I woke up with a little something on my mind today, and that is mommy wine culture. This is not necessarily intended to be shade, but just to provide a perspective. Mommy wine culture is this trend where it kind of makes the notion of motherhood unbearable. It's like whining and binging is this way to cope, and I just don't think that's kind of the vibe. I guess my version of this wine culture is, at the end of the day, I love to just relax. I love a good doom scroll, if you may, but do I feel better after I do it? No. It's not necessarily a great habit, and it's a habit I'm trying to break. There's a lot of pressure to make the right choices as a mom. For example, my kids are taking a nap. Should I work on a passion project, or should I unload the dishwasher? And the really frustrating thing is there's no right answer, and I think that mental bandwidth that it takes up is just really draining, which makes it so that at the end of the day, you're feeling pretty tired, pretty exhausted, mentally and physically. Another thing that is particularly exhausting if you let it, it's just so easy to allow yourself to become a victim of things. I hear little feet upstairs. Kaya just woke up. Like I said, I think we spend more time than we need to overthinking, and that causes us to be exhausted. The mommy wine culture of it all is, we're all exhausted, we're all in this together, let's unwind, relax, decompress, disassociate. And I just think that's kind of a problematic message to send to people, that you have to disassociate in order to cope and refuel yourself for the next day. I kind of sound like a prude. I'm not trying to be a prude, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I really want you to think about what that is telling your nervous system. And really the only reason why I bring this up is because I've caught myself doing a lot of this whole wine culture. Although I don't really drink wine, I don't really drink. Ultimately, it really just doesn't solve anything. I think Kaya's awake. Hi.
Hi.
How did you sleep?
Good.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up outside so I can get all of my thoughts together. I can kind of call a spade because I have done a lot of these things. Come here, Cooper. I'm trying to get my dog to not poop in the yard. Come. Who remembers Cooper? This is our little desert dog when we lived in Utah. You know when you talk to somebody and you think you're gonna kind of get a laugh out of them and they're just like, "Are you okay?" That was the response that I got, which had me thinking about like, okay, so maybe not all people resonate with this like I'm burnt out mindset. Is that the kind of mindset that I want to have? The answer was no. The answer is no. Are you gonna eat your oatmeal?
I will, but is it going to be changing a thunderstorm?
Is it gonna be changing a thunderstorm?
Is it going to be a thunderstorm?
Excuse you, let's not put our hands on the lens.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't. It's gonna mess up the camera and it's gonna mess up the shot. So I don't want your grubby little fingers on the lens.
Yes, you do.
Do you have anything to say?
No.
Over these last couple months, I have really been challenging myself to like, should I be so cynical? What message is that sharing to other people? And what message is that sharing to my kids? Is that making my day any better? The answer is no, it wasn't making my day any better. This whole thing is just like a work in progress. I feel like most of this video has been me talking about all of the problems, but let's end this thing with a solution, shall we? The first thing that I like to try to do is, if I'm having these negative thought spirals, I try to catch them before they really spiral out of control. I still do have a thought spiral or 2 or 6. The sooner I catch them, the more I see that I'm making progress. The other thing that I have been working on and just being a little bit more mindful about, which is movement. Moving around really helps me. More than just working out and moving my body in that sense. Movement in the sense of just like not sitting on the couch, cleaning up really helps me. When I am sitting on the couch, number one, I feel like the kids are more likely to like not be settled. Zion in specific, he sees it as an opportunity to nurse or climb on my lap. Whereas if I'm just moving around, particularly when we're outside, I've been weeding and pulling weeds. We have a lot of weeds. If I were just to sit in my hammock, immediately Zion would come for me. If I'm moving around, doing my own thing, I feel like the kids are more likely to do their own thing. On top of that, I don't get in my head so much. I'm gonna drain this so we don't grow mosquito babies. This note about movement is really hard in the afternoon because I'm tired, but just giving that final push does something for my mental state. This is an extra note. Literally throw stuff out. Once it's broken, throw it out. It doesn't serve a purpose. It's trash. We don't need broken things. You guys like that deadlift? The last thing that I wanted to speak about before going inside and eating breakfast, because I'm hungry, I spoke about it in another video. Doing things that I consider to not be a negotiable helps me feel like I'm taking care of myself. I do be taking care of a lot of people, and one of those people tends to not be myself. Working out is one of them. Getting myself ready for the day is another. And then the third one is a little work in progress. It's to feed myself like I feed them. I feel like I live nutritionally off of like grapes and pretzels, and that's not good. Whenever I'm kind of crashing out, it's usually correlated with how much I've eaten in the day, but I feed them, and I feed them well. I feed them intentionally, and I don't feed them a lot of sugar. I try not to. Anyway, my point is I'm trying to feed myself good nutrition because I think that will help my mental state. The verdict is still out. Not sure about it, but like the stats show I feed myself intentionally, I'll be all right. Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking. I've spoken a lot. You've listened to me a lot. I'm gonna go inside and eat breakfast because I'm hungry. Good luck out there. Think about if you're like mommy wine culture girly, just think about it. Think about how it's making you feel. Think about how you're kind of representing yourself. And if you're cool with it, pop off. There's no judgment here. Kaya, that looks like a growth. Actually, it looks like grapes.
Is that like that bubbles?
Yeah, the bubbles look like grapes.
Oh yeah, are they grapes?
They're bubble grapes.
Hooray!
Her realizing that they look like grapes, that moment was so precious. That's my girly pop. Kaya, can you bring that popsicle stick inside so we can put it in the sink? Bye. Yeah, when you're done, just make sure you bring it inside. Got it?